Good afternoon. This is Paul Wilson with Faculty Development for Shaw University, and I am bringing you another Moodle training video. Today we are going to learn about groups. So let's begin. There will be 3 critical steps today to learn. I will take you through them quickly, and then we will review what we have done for the day. So go to the class and turn editing on. Now, go with me in the class on the left side under Administration. Find and select the button Groups and click that. We will be redirected to a group creation page. Currently, there are no groups in this class. For training today, we want to use the Auto Create Groups function. So click that. Now we're redirected to the Auto Create Groups page, and I want you to look at the features, select members, specify, name, and so on. I'm going to go with students. I'm going to specify that they be members per group. I'm going to identify 2 members per group. I'm going to leave the group name identified by the system, and I will now submit. Suddenly, we have 3 groups in the class. You should now be able to see them. 3 groups in the class, A, B, C. A is populated by 2 people. I want to show you next how to add and remove users, so click the Add or Remove Users on the right. Let's say I want to go into a group. This group, Group A, with 2 members. It's easily done. Click the person to be moved. Using the Add or Remove, click Add, and I'm put in the group. If I need to remove the teacher or person, click that name, click Remove, and they're moved back again. Watch as I do that. I click the name, I click Add, and it moves from right to left. Now, follow me using the breadcrumbs to groups. I've already created the groups for the moment. Follow me at the top using breadcrumbs. Once I've created groups, I have an overview of all groups. You can see all the members where they're at. And I have another tab called Groupings. Go to that tab, click it. We have no groupings at this time. Click Create Groupings. Now I have to name the groupings. For today I'm going to name them Work. And I give a description below. Let's save that. So I have a grouping called Work, but there are no groups in this. Let's move quickly through this lesson, and to achieve our goal we must go to the Edit, and under the little icon with people we want to click the groups. Now we are at the Add Remove Groups. I want to add these groups to the grouping. And you can watch as I do that, moving them from the right to the left using the add or remove function. Now let's go back to groupings, clicking that tab. Now you will see this critical step. I have grouped the groups. I have identified what groups are in there. I still do not have an activity. Stay with me. Let's go to the breadcrumbs. I'm moving from groupings now to participants to the class itself. So go with me to the class itself using the breadcrumbs. Now, I want us to scroll down in the class and look at an activity we have created previously. This is 8 forum discussion. You have learned the editing function, and I want you to click on that because we're going to update this. This is the screen where we first developed 8 forum discussion. Please scroll down. Here we find common module settings as I had discussed them before. And we find group mode. It's set to visible groups. No groups, separate groups visible. Click visible. Now we must group this assignment. So we have a pull down this menu and click work, which is the name of the groups. Now save and display. Our forum will appear differently now. We have the same discussion topic and the same reply that we've seen before. But in the upper left-hand corner, you have a pull-down menu next to visible groups. And you have all of the groups identified there. Why? Well, let's go back to the class to discover something new about the forum. Following the breadcrumbs, go back to the class. Now scroll down with me to 8 forum discussion. We have a new icon appearing next to 8 forum discussion. If you click on that, that says this is visible groups. And what that means is that the class suddenly has been divided. Previously, 8 forum discussion was thrown open for the whole class. Think for a moment about an analogy. If I give a question to the entire class, everyone together is discussing it. Suppose I say divide up into the 4 corners. In each of the corners you will discuss the topic assigned. Now I have students interacting with one another in the 4 corners of the class. And we are using groups. By grouping our assignment, we have in effect divided the class and we have made an environment where students will interact with one another. I'm moving through this quickly so you may get all of the information you need to create groups. Go again to Administration, scrolling down and clicking on the button Groups. We see the groups we created. We can look at the overview, but I want to call attention to Groupings, the middle tab. This tells us what the group is. Work group. This tells us who's in the group, Group A, Group B, and Group C. But you will see now something new appearing, and that is that they have an activity to do. Without these three critical steps, creation of groups, grouping, and then assigning an activity, the groups would not be active. But once we have done those two steps, we can add activities one after another until we create the number of activities grouped that we desire. Creating groups and working with groups is a very exciting feature of Moodle. I've moved quickly through these steps to allow you to understand all the critical steps to create groups, to group them, and to add activities. There are many creative ways to use these groups. You can use them for specialized appointments of students, such as leaders, or you can use them for makeup work for a select number of students based on how you populate the groups. I hope you've enjoyed this short video today on group creation. This was Paul Wilson, Faculty Development Workshops in Moodle for Shaw University. Have a great day.